The Talos Principle was a good game. You see, I have to say that, otherwise the rest of this video will make it seem like I didn't like it. Which I did. I mean, it's basically just a bad Portal 2. But Portal 2 is good enough that even the bad version is still pretty good. There's nothing wrong with the game technically. It controls fluidly and efficiently. I mean, it's maybe a bit floaty at times, but it's not a platformer, so it doesn't matter. And visually, it's excellent. The levels and overworlds look stunning, and the ambience and particle effects fit well with the motif. And speaking of the levels, the puzzles are fun and challenging. Because they're like Portal. Come on, blocks, beams, jump pads, pressure plates, emancipation grids, turrets, even down to the eerie disembodied voice of an artificial intelligence preaching gibberish and threatening to kill you if you disobey. However, Talos Johnny 5 takes the dialogue in a whole different direction. Instead of a tongue-in-cheek, pitch-black satire feel, the developers opted for a farcically serious, pseudo-intellectual cliché that can best be summed up in the first 14 seconds of the game, where the first words you hear are,
"Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker."
Oh yeah. Anyway, the plot ricochets between the booming voice in the sky telling you to behave, and a computer program that can only communicate through text and insults telling you to disobey. Ooh, look how edgy we are. Will you follow the godlike figure or will you fall into temptation? The game tries desperately to invoke some sort of statement on humanity or morality or sentience or whatever, but all the while the actual plot is reduced to text files buried in the computers. Look, when I watch Die Hard, I don't want to see 132 minutes of Bruce Willis contemplating the morality of killing bad guys, while the shooting goes on in the background. And because I'm not willing to sit and read every scrap file I come across, the actual story didn't reveal itself at all. To be fair, the dialogue, blogs, emails, and audio logs that you can access are extremely well written and quite compelling. They effectively add an air of realism to the game as a whole. That being said, while the gems are buried in subfiles, the overplot rages on like someone gave a Bible to Cleverbot. Look, tablecloth price match. I am more than willing to debate the merits of artificial intelligence in life with you, but you gotta give me more options that don't make me sound like a first-year philosophy major. You can't give me a book of Mad Libs and demand I only use words off one page of the dictionary. About halfway through, I just started ignoring the computer altogether because the text box I really wanted wasn't going to show up. All in all, for a game that took all the worst parts of Portal 2, it's a pretty good game. The puzzles are well put together, albeit a little underexplained at times, and the story hidden in text files is engaging and creative. And it's got like 1 million levels, Easter eggs, and bonus content to keep you entertained for hours. Tortoise Paint Stick is definitely worth a play if you're a fan of the first-person puzzle game. Just make sure you have a walkthrough ready on one monitor and a synopsis open on the other. I give Talos Principle a ball of pink yarn out of the Norwegian Armed Forces. Adrian, you need to finish Portal 2. It's like the only game you have on Steam. Listen, come on over, we'll put it on the big screen, crack a couple beers, pump it on the Bose, and you're going to play that fucker to the end. You know who you are. Finish it.